G'day everyone, Brian from Bobcat Lawn Care here. It's 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. I think it's the 4th of March. Just give you a bit of a wrap here. This is the backyard and it's grown about 4 inches in 2 days with close to 2 inches of rain that we've had. I don't know if you can see it, but the grass is still quite wet, quite damp. You just walk up the back here. I've still got to clean up all this rubbish up here, but you can see how that's grown. I don't know if you can see it sort of shimmering in the sunlight there, but it is grown. It'd be four inches long, so we're just stuck out the front. So just walking up the driveway, I don't know if you can see this shrub here. See all the water still on it, still glistening. The crepe myrtles are sort of over because of the dampness. I've got the trailer up. I'll give those corners a clean out. You know, that contributes to rusting. And then just walking up the driveway to the front to the street, you can see the dampness still there. Let's close this door. And then just looking at the front lawn, I mean, I think this, when I say, I mean, it's long, but it's the best it's looked all for a long time. And it's certainly grown as well. And then the nature strip, even from the other day, most of you that watched that video saw, you know, it was not in the best of health. I haven't been watering it, but it's growing now, and it's quite humid this morning. And then if you look across the road, just you can see the fence, and it's all damp, so it's really great. So what I'm doing today, everybody, while it is damp and it is humid and I think it's going to rain again, so I'm just going to do, it's 399.5 hours on my little Bobcat ZT2000 42 inch. So I'm going to do the air filter and the oil filter today. So I'll just get set up and show you what I'm going to do. So what I do, everybody, is I buy, generally I get the service kit, and for this one it's the FR 651V, which is what mine is, but then you'll see it can be used for the FR 691V, the FR 730V, so you can use them for all those engines. And they come with an oil filter, 2 quarts of engine oil, the 2-stage, let's call it, air filter, spark plugs, 2 spark plugs, and a fuel filter. I mean, I've got plenty of spark plugs and fuel filters, obviously, because I really only change them as required, or roughly every 250 hours I have, so I've got a few of those. So this will be just the 50 hour oil and let's call it filter, oil filter and air filter changes. So, and then in that's the oil. It's the 10W40 Kawasaki oil. It's the oil that's got it's the synthetic blend, and it contains zinc, so that's what I use. And then here's the Kawasaki oil filter 49065-0721. There we go. And then the little air filter that goes with it. Make sure you get the one with the pre screen on it, the foam, because it really does keep a lot of that large stuff out of your filter. So first one that we'll do is we'll change the air filter. Very simple. Excuse the dirt and dust, I just haven't got around to giving her a clean, but very easy. Just undo this butterfly clip, pull her out, and you can see there's a bit of crud on there, but really that's 50 hours, but it's been so dry and dusty, anything that I've done is really gone into the air filter, so I clean them out every day anyway. And then just whack this on, tighten her up, done. So we'll just shift a little bit and do the oil filter, the oil and the oil filter. So the beauty of the Bobcats with the Kawasaki's is you've got the oil drain tube, which you just release. There's a cap on here, put it down through the gap here, and then undo this and loosen this if I can. And I did have, just give that a little clean. Just loosen that and just let it go. And then also loosen the dipstick so that it allows air in, and that'll take 15 or 20 minutes ish just to come out. I had already run it. The oil's a little bit warm, but that's good, that's what we want. And then we'll just wait for that to drain. Okay, so that's all but finished now. You can see that's just dripping. So I'll clean that up. I'll tighten that back up. It's tight. Just turn that upside down so that drips out. A bit of paper towel. And we'll just scrunch that up and put that in there, just to mop that up a bit, and you can see that. I'll do that one more time. Yeah, that's got it. That's tight. Bang. Bring that back up here. Put it in the clip. Actually, I'll leave that out of the way. I forget that all the time because we've got to get the oil filter out. And I've got a rag that I'll put under it, which will catch any excess mess. What do you call it? Oil filter wrench. It's a bit fiddly, but it'll be right. Once we crack it, it'll come. Here we go. I might have had it pretty tight, but anyway, make sure you get that good seal. Hopefully that'll come off now. There we go. Pull that off quick. Tilt it up there. Bit of oil gone there. Put that on the oil pan holder. Get that clean on that lip. Got the new filter all around the seal, and just do it with your hands. Don't, just make sure it goes on nice and clean. Just give me 1 second. Just get this out of the way. Still did create a mess, but anyway. There we go, that's better. It's tight, hand tight. And then we'll just use the old filter wrench again. And just tighten her up a bit. That's nice and tight. Oop, a bit of oil. And then I'll just get this in here, clean that up. There as well. I'll just get a bit more paper towel. And I'll just give this a clean up. Now I like to clean it up pretty much once I put the filter in, because I want to be able to then determine if there is it's not sealing properly. So then you see any of the other excess oil. So that's all done. Now we just have to top her up. So we've got the funnel in there, everyone. We just cracked the first quart open. Whack her in. Let that drain in. Hopefully I've got, you can see that on the, I'll just tilt that up a bit. My camera skills are a bit lacking today, apologies for that. And then we'll pop a good portion of the second one in. It's 2 quarts, which equates to 946 mils per bottle, and I'm pretty certain it takes about 2.1. I'll double check that. 2.1 litres with the filter being replaced. So I'll just put in, there's about 200 mils left, so I'm just going to let that drain in. And I'll just start starter to get the oil to obviously move around and through the filter, let it settle, check it. I know it'll be short, but I guess that's just the way I do it. So I'll just turn off for a second and then come back with that. So I've just started to let her run through. No leaks down here, which is really good. And then we'll just have a quick look at the dipstick. It's just at the bottom there, so, but I'll just let it settle for a little bit longer. So just a minute or two to settle. Just clean it, whack it back in. And it's just here at the bottom rung. So we'll whack the rest of that oil in. Boy, the sun's come out and it's got steam. It gets a bit of an airlock, that's why I lift it up. Just drain a little bit more. Right, let's just check it. It's up to about the 3rd dot. So we've still got a little bit to go. And I have some extra stuff. I'll just have to, I'll get some of my, some of the big bottle, and which I have as spare. So one more check of the dipstick. Just clean that. See, nothing to see here. Into the, don't screw it down. And that's right on the line. Perfect. So what I'll do is, before I head out in the morning, I'll just check that again. And if it needs a top up, I will. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The other thing I've just done, and I didn't show it, but I've greased. Here you can see the blue grease. I use lithium grease, and I use that on all my trailer bearings and my boat bearings, because it's good to keep for moisture. So front caster wheels here on the deck, let's call it hinge, and then another one up the back here on the deck hinge as well. So I actually like to use just a manual grease gun, because I can actually feel it better than as opposed to either air compressed or a battery type one. So that's all done. So that's all done, everybody. Sorry for the vision a little bit there before, but pretty much 400 hours on it now. 0 problems, touch wood. Really good little mower. Sorry about this, I've got to get a new tripod. The little coupling on it goes wonky. But yeah, going really well. No great issue, no issues whatsoever. So thoroughly recommended from me. The other thing, I'll just check the blades. I won't show that on video, but generally I just replace them at 100 hours. So we're pretty much there. So I'll have a quick look at them, see what they look like, and if required, I'll change them. Most probably do that this afternoon. So yeah, Bobcat's going great. All of them are going great, and we've had this rain. I reckon we're going to get a shower or two this afternoon as well. It's just so humid, but that's good. So the big thing about this excellent rain, essentially 2 inches in 2 days, an inch a day, is the follow-up. Now if it doesn't get too hot, you know, if it's in the 30 something, that's good. If it gets to 40 something like we have had for the past 6 to 8 weeks, that's not good, because it will dry things out super quick again. And if we get follow-up rain in the next 2 weeks, that's a good thing. So if it stays warmish, and as I showed you, the grass is growing like steam again already, it'll be, well, when I say full steam ahead, it'll be back into I'll call it good mowing for another maybe 6 or so weeks. So up till whenever the first frost is, and when we start getting the frost, things will shut down. So you know, at least a month hopefully of good mowing. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Make a comment if you like, share it with a friend, and like it. So I'll catch you soon.